Hey everybody, we're here at the 2007 SEMA show in Las Vegas. I'm here with Jeff Ritchie of Royal Purple, and I'm sure some of you have heard the name before, especially now that there's been a big increase in interest in synthetic lubricants. So he's going to tell us a little bit about their products and how they came about. They have kind of an interesting history, I found out, which I thought was interesting. But they have a lot of confidence in their product, and he's going to tell you a little bit about it. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm fine, thank you.
So you shared a little bit of the history of the company with me earlier. Tell us a little bit about that. I think it was really interesting.
Well, we started out in the 80s. The owner, at the time, he's retired now, John Williams, decided to try synthetic additives with synthetic oils and wanted to see what the results were, and the results were pretty unique. We developed an additive chemistry called Synerlec, and what's interesting about that, makes this different from the competition, is it bonds to metal. And it makes less friction. You lower the friction, you lower the heat, you pick up horsepower, and you actually increase the life of the oil as well.
You were telling me you started really in industrial applications first, and then kind of transitioned into automotive. What prompted you to kind of make that leap and get into the consumer market?
Well, a lot of the product development that we were doing, we would use racing. That's the best place to go. It's very expensive to deal with, but they put oils and gear oils and motor oils through probably the most rigorous tests you can ever have. And if you can make it in racing, you can and survive, you can make a pretty good product in the retail market. So about 7-8 years ago, we started to approach that, and now we're in most of the major automotive retailers in all of North America, actually, and it's the fastest growth area for our company right now. I add a note, though, we still do make industrial oils, and our company's growing at 25% net growth every year for the last 10 years. Just phenomenal.
Wow, that's pretty remarkable. Now, you also said your product is a little bit of a price premium over some other synthetic oils, but you also shared a pretty remarkable story with me about longevity and durability. Tell us a little bit about that.
In trucking? Yeah, a friend of mine decided to try it based on my pestering about it all the time. He's a long-haul trucker, and the first time he tried it, he actually went 48,000 miles on a diesel engine with a Caterpillar engine in it. And he works for a moving company. And, excuse me, the first thing he noticed was the oil pressure went up, and that's part of our additive chemistry. We have a higher film strength, and it bonds to the metal. It reduces the friction. But interestingly enough, he increased 1 mile per gallon from 5 to 6, and the top-ups on diesels are very common. You constantly have to top it up. His top-ups dropped by 50%, but the unique thing is he went 48,000 miles. Caterpillar and us, we both analyzed the oil, and it still showed it was perfectly good. He's actually on the next oil change planning on going 60,000 miles. So,
wow, that's a lot of confidence. I don't know if I'd go that long on my oil, but
and we want to sell oil. He's not helping, but anyway, it's proof that this stuff does work. It's an amazing product.
Now, I also know you do some coolant enhancement products as well as a gear oil, and I know especially the guys that have the big 3/4 and 1 ton diesel trucks, driveline durability is a big issue for them. So how would it be pertinent to that market?
Well, again, those products on the differentials and the gearboxes, our product's called Max Gear, and we have every viscosity that trucking guys would need. The interesting thing about that, what makes it unique, that Synerlec additive is also in there. And we're standing in front of a Bonneville race car, and they initially found our product when they raced at Bonneville about 10 or 15 years ago. You have to make a run and come back to do your repairs. You only have so much time. They couldn't touch the differential parts. They were so hot. And someone from another pit said, why don't you try the Royal Purple Max Gear? And when Terry could touch the parts, he knew he had something unique. So that, to me, meant about 20 or 30 degrees.
Well, it's a pretty common axiom, but you hear it a lot, is heat is the number one enemy of performance. And, I know for, our guys that are, have the dually Dodges and Fords that are towing horse trailers, or, some of these guys, they just, they juice up the engines and just, drive them hard. And, that's not easy on vehicles, but it's really essential that you have high-quality lubricants. So,
Absolutely. And we're not much of a premium. We're We're in the price range of the number one. We all know who that is, automotive synthetic oil. Same price, but we try to tell people, as an average consumer in a motor vehicle, 10, 12,000 miles between oil changes. Our sales reps do 20,000, but they have access to oil analysis to prove that. But long-haul truckers, 25, 30,000 miles, or the guys, like you say, with the horse trailers, up and down hills, transmission heat is a killer. And when that happens, you get oxidation, and it turns to sludge, and a lot of people don't realize it until it's too late. So if we can cool your transmission down or your differential down 20 degrees, that goes a long way to extending the life of the piece of equipment that you're using.
Sure, and you add to that your coolant additive, your oil, and the gear oil. You got a complete package there that'll give you better durability, lower temperatures, even better fuel economy. So it's a complete package.
Absolutely.